Good morning, Dubai. This is the Lovin Dubai show with me, Casey.
And Lakshmi.
And we go through the big trending stories. We have a property report from Moody's which says, good news, Dubai property market is set to cool but not crash.
Dubai resident also found a fake 500 dirham note in Dubai and he reported it recently and it's going viral.
Then we have a content creator who gave out free iPhones in the Gulf Souk and that also went viral, not surprisingly.
Yes. And also, in terms of investments, a resident just found that his 15,000 dirham worth license plate that he bought 10 years ago is worth over 89,000 now.
Wow, after 10 years, that's crazy. Today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny, bit foggy out on the roads, especially between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, with temperatures ranging from 18 to 28 degrees. Before we get into all of that, yesterday we were talking Olympics. Today yes. I bring you an Olympic sad scandal.
Okay.
I really want your thoughts on this because this was like a shocker. So this guy behind me, he won his bronze medal for the Olympics and he came out and he went straight into an interview and they said, how'd it go? And he just broke down. He said, look, half a year ago, I met the love of my life. She is the most beautiful and nicest person. But 3 months ago, I made the biggest mistake of my life and I cheated on her. And so getting this medal, I'm sure people see it differently, but I only have eyes for her. And sport has come second these last few days. I'm only thinking about her. And then again, there was another press conference where people asked him about it. And he was like, I don't know if I made the right choice. Sorry, telling the world. But he was like, I basically hope this will win her back.
I'm very against cheating. So, yeah, so you call them the love of your life and then you say you have eyes only for them and then you go cheat on them. So I don't know, it is a good try. I don't know if it will work out.
Good try.
It is. It's very nice. And he did get emotional.
He got really emotional. And then in the press conference, so I think he got the bronze medal, even though, as reported by BuzzFeed, by the way, but I thought he got the bronze medal. And so in the press conference, all the questions are going to him, and he's kind of like, I don't want to take the attention off the gold medalist here. I could be wrong on that, but
he kind of stole the thunder already.
He did steal the thunder. Would you take him back after that grand gesture?
Nah.
No.
No
way.
I don't know about them. I personally wouldn't, but it's a
cheers to that.
Yes.
Not a hope. Is he coming back? Cheating is just not okay.
I feel sad for him as well, but I mean, it was his decision, his consequences. And this is the way he chose to deal with it, which I'm not sure how to go about with it. Because now the relationship is out there for, in the public forum to discuss. Everybody is going to be talking about it.
And it totally depends on the partner.
Yeah.
But let's be clear, she is the real victim here. I would hate the fact that if someone cheated on me, it went international.
Yes.
I would be devastated. I would be like, okay, now I have to deal with this whole other thing. Hopefully she'll use it in her favour, in a way.
I'm not sure. But, there's this huge divide with the people. When, if there are fans of him, they're going to comment and go to her page. They're going to find her. They're going to be like, take him back, take him back, take him back. So now the privacy has blurred too much, way too much. And, everybody is now part of the relationship. So anyway, it was down the drain. Now it's gone beyond, I feel. This was not a very wise move because now clearly everybody is talking about it.
Yeah. All of the comments were not a hope is she taking you back, bro, because you cheated, and that's what happens to cheaters. I guess we feel really strongly about it. That is the latest from the Olympics. There's also some sports happening, which they're actually really cool watches, and you can find it all on Bean and Todd, the highlights. But let's take it back to Dubai news. Our top story of the day, we have a report from Moody's, which says the Dubai property market is set to cool but not crash. So if you've been watching Dubai's property market very closely, this is a heads up from Moody's ratings, and it's via the National. They're predicting a gentle cool down in the market over the next 12 to 18 months from now, 2026. But no, they're not calling it a crash. They have stated that after 5 years of rapid growth, more than 150,000 new homes are expected to be delivered between 2025 and 2027, which could lead to a modest market correction, especially for apartments.
So luxury homes, they are likely to stay strong thanks to the continued demand that is coming in from high net worth buyers. But the mid-market apartment sector that many people are investing into may see prices soften a little. And the good news in terms of stability is also that major developers and banks are in a solid position with healthy cash flows and plenty of projects that are already being sold out. So on the demand side, Dubai's population continues to grow, hitting over 3.9 million as of 2024, up by 6%, and more affluent residents are moving in as well.
While property transactions may slow from the record highs that we have seen, it could actually help rents stabilise. So overall, experts say the market is moving from a boom phase to something more balanced, more mature, more competitive, which will ultimately give buyers and tenants more choice going forward. You know, because property markets and cycles can be boom and bust, I think people who are wanting to get on the ladder would hope for a bust situation, but that's not what you hope for the city that you're in. So what we're seeing here is a lot of demand will come on, especially in the lower to middle-sized prices. Apartments, they will stabilise. We've got affluent buyers coming in. They will keep the fancy high prices at a high price, but we will see a stabilisation. And therefore it will become a little bit more competitive. When you go to put your checks down, you might be able to have a conversation and say, hey, let's get that down 5K, please, thank you very much.
I feel like this, they have actually focused. So if we're going by the ratings, I would believe it's always the, middle space apartments that require more price corrections. Luxury, and the entire point behind them is that it's a luxury life that you're investing into. So I wouldn't be much invested in the price rates over there, but the mid-range, I feel that's where people more look into. Like they are hoping the apartment prices come in. A lot of people, they keep shifting to, places where the rents are lower and all of those. So this news might bring in more people. They'd be more confident in investing in Dubai itself. So it's a good news that way.
We do know there's a lot of development happening, but the rate of completion was a little bit slower than expected. But when the current developments are ready to go, then we will see that kind of dip in the medium range price brackets, hopefully. Now, I asked this question to you, Lakshmi, and also the audience. Are you secretly waiting for prices to calm down? Because my fear is everyone is waiting for prices to calm down, and then therefore as soon as we see a little drop, everyone's going to run and prices will rise again. So are you watching the property market closely?
I don't watch it that closely because I have been very comfortably staying wherever I'm staying. But I can imagine actually, so a lot of people are actually looking for it to chill. So the minute it drops, I am expecting like everyone to make the run. Like I remember when everybody like keeps a track of these things. Like I remember even one day when we were having a random conversation with our colleagues, they were mentioning the property prices. And I'm like, wow, this is everyday conversation now. Like it drops by an everyday conversation.
So it's the only conversation I have with people. It's all we talk about.
Adult life.
Yeah, massively. No, and I think you're so right. And I think unless the reality is so many people have decided to make Dubai their home. When I moved here 12 years ago, a lot of people found it as a transitional period. So you'd come for a couple of years, make your money and move back to home. Now I think people are so invested in the city and they see the long-term vision versus wherever they're from, and they're thinking, now I can make this home. And also, since COVID, the country has opened up so many visa opportunities that, you know, you might have a golden visa, you have the opportunity to be here for 10 years, even if you lose your job, and that makes it a much more stable environment. And with that stable environment, you might be likely to buy a house. Now, so if you didn't jump on during COVID, when the prices did dip, you're sitting here thinking, oh, I should have done that. But now we're all waiting for that. That's me, by the way. Now we're waiting for the dip to come. But I think a lot of people are hoping to make Dubai their long-term home, and maybe, a small dip in prices will help that.
Yes, and I think recently we also covered a video of Lewis also, and he mentioned how the next 3 years are going to be really huge, and like, you know, he was calling in for investors and people like buyers. He was like, you know, everybody is flocking down to UAE. They are making UAE their home. This is the time you invest, and market rates, they are going to keep going up. It's not going to crash anytime soon. So like, keep investing and you'll soon ride the tide here.
Well, then you have got the two sides, because Moody's is a ratings report and Lewis Alsop runs a property selling agency. So they both have their coming from different angles, I suppose. But it looks like there will be a slight calming, but not a bust, which is actually better for us long term as residents. Let's jump into our next story.
Dubai resident found what seems like a fake 500 dirham note. So the resident, he thought he'd been handed a fake 500 dirham note, but the internet had other theories. So Massimo Vidoni shared a video after noticing something seriously off about one of the bills he had received.
He showed on Instagram that the note had 2 sets of serial numbers printed on it, which immediately raised red flags. He said he headed straight to the police station to report it and hoped he wouldn't receive any more suspicious bills.
He even pointed out that this is exactly why many people prefer switching to digital payments, but here's where it gets interesting. So one commenter under the post claimed that this might not be fake at all.
So soon after the post went live, a lot of people shared that he was holding on to was rather a rare error note rather than a fake note. So as it happens during the printing process, machines can occasionally malfunction or misalign, which could cause double serial numbers, misaligned prints, ink smears, or even missing elements. These are called error notes, and they're different from counterfeit notes, and also interestingly, they could hold great value to collectors.
So apparently these bills can actually be worth more to collectors, and they even suggested that the note could be worth double or triple its face value because of the printing error.
Not bad.
So fake bill or rare collector's item, we'd love to know your thoughts for sure on this.
I would want to say, so Truffle Man Dubai, by the way, he's got a well-known page for selling truffles. And has he been on the show? We've spoken about him before. But anyway, he said he brought this because a lot of people were commenting, you're at the traffic department, you're not even at a police station. And he said, no, I went in, there is a police station there. And I gave them the notes, and I'm not sure if they confirmed that it was counterfeit, but they certainly noted the request, and I think they probably took the note off his hands to avoid any confusion.
Yes.
Let's see here. Yeah. But I wonder if you had your hands on a note like this, would you cash it? Would you keep it? Would you report it?
I wouldn't realize it. So I don't pay so much focus. I think particularly now as well, like cash is very less that I carry. Like I don't really carry around cash. I might have a bunch of 10 or 5 dirhams lying around. And if the numbers were, misprinted or something, I wouldn't even notice it.
I wouldn't notice.
I'd just give it. Like, I don't know who notices these kind of things. I know my mother would, because she's worked with a bank and an exchange. So she always keeps doing this with the note, where she should. Yeah. So I never understood what was the point behind it. Like, why are you doing it? It's not like we are the machine. We'll just
she must have seen a lot of fake notes in her time.
Actually, it's very rare that you get fake notes here. So there weren't many such cases. But yeah, it's not normally, it's very weird that it's not normally when, the dirhams that is counterfeit. It's like euros or some other currency that is usually coming across as a counterfeit. But yeah,
Lakshmi's mom is on the ball.
Yes. I wouldn't really realize it. So
yeah, neither would I. But interesting. So, Truffle Man Dubai, who shared the video, I guess he's in the business, was accepting cash, and so he did the right thing by reporting it. But as some of the internet has said, it could have been simply an error by the printing company, and then therefore the 500 is worth more. How interesting. Let's jump in to our next story. So a content creator, maybe you saw this video because we shared it over the weekend, it went absolutely viral. A content creator was giving away free iPhones in the gold souk. So the gold souk went wild. That's the video. That's it happening. If you're listening on podcast, we're watching a big crowd of people turn up beside the content creator as he's basically handing out boxes of free iPhones. I can't even... Kirby's asking, are the iPhones original? Well, we would believe they're original because it would be a scam if they were not.
Yes. But I'm not even sure at this point. Like, he bought like a couple boxes of iPhones. Where do they get the money from? I have no clue. And like you can see, the crowds, they rushed in, and within seconds, the boxes were completely emptied.
So, as an FYI, people are questioning it. The person who's doing it, his name is Yunus Zaru, and he actually has 25.7 million followers, and he has done giveaways like this before. So, I'm going to assume that they are... Although the one commenter said they weren't real. I was there, but we're not clear on that. But the fact that it's kind of like a Mr. Beast content creation type of giveaway that you essentially, with 25 million followers, I'd say you have a pretty good bank account there to fund this type of giveaway. And then these videos, they get millions of views, they grow your account, and then you make more money to do bigger giveaways. And that's how Mr. Beast has gotten to such an epic level, because he's done these amazing, like, pure give back moments where he's really helped people and given people big checks and big money and big gifts.
Yes.
And then also grown his own content in his own platform along with that.
Yeah. Mr. Beast's growth, I appreciate it very much. Like, it was like I've been following for a while now, and like how he's gone into different sections. So it started so I used to watch him, like he came to Dubai, and there was this one time, I think he was driving a Lambo, and he just gave the keys to a security guard, and he said, would you like to have the car? And he said, yeah, of course. And he gave it to him.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wow. Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it went viral immediately for all good reasons. It went so viral. Wow. And I'm pretty sure he was able to buy another Lambo with the money that came in from there.
So true. But, yeah. If you were on the street, walking around, and you saw someone give it, like, would you run towards that crowd with the free stuff? And yeah, would you run towards the crowd with the free stuff?
So there are two things. I would run to the crowd to get videos so that I could put that across as a news. Yes, this is it.
Thinking. That's a thinker.
Yes, how immediately funny. like anything happens these days, I'm like, news, what's happening, what's going on?
When it's raining, I'm like, Lovin Dubai.
Yes. So that would be the one thing that'll make me run to a crowd. But iPhones, no, I really
You wouldn't run for an iPhone?
Not really. I mean, I would get, if they're giving me the iPhone, cool, I'd buy it, I'd probably sell it and buy an Android. I'm more of an Android person. So iPhone is not like a motivator for me to run to the crowd. But if there was something that would actually make me wait for like a freebie, it would probably be food, I think. Yeah. I remember we had this one thing where there was a truck that was giving out free ice creams during the summer. And I queued up. I was like, okay, ice cream. My mother would be so disappointed. She's like, all those lessons of don't go get,
Don't take ice cream from strangers.
And I'm standing in a queue.
Give me the ice cream. Ice cream, yes. Waffles or like pancakes or something. I would run for that. I wouldn't run for a famous person because I feel like that encroaches on privacy. But if there's a big crowd and someone's handing away a free iPhone, I'd be in there. You've got to be in there.
Yes, I mean, I get it. But
is it greedy? I don't know what I would do with it, but I feel like herd mentality, everyone's going, You know, I'd be like, me too, let's go. And I would go for it because like, free iPhone.
I mean, it's not going to hurt. Like an iPhone, you're getting it for free.
And then I would be able to tell you if it was all real or if not, it was a scam.
Yes.
What I would say is Eunice is very well known. He has a massive profile, and I don't think he was scamming people. Let's jump in to our next story. Speaking of big jumps.
Yes, a resident, he just found his 15,000 dirham license plate to be worth 89,000 after 10 years. So imagine buying something 10 years ago and casually discovering that it's turned into like a mini fortune. So this resident, he just found out that the license plate that he paid 15,000 for 10 years ago is now worth almost 90,000 dirhams.
And that is the license plate industry in Dubai and the UAE. It is an absolute flex to have a low number. And so when you're driving your car, just in case anyone is watching who's not living in the UAE, number plates and low number plates are an ultimate flex. So you might have your Rolls Royce. I remember we interviewed Balvinder Salvani before. Famous man. And he said, what's the point of having your Rolls Royce when everyone goes to the hotel in the Rolls Royce? So he had to have the number 5 number plate because then they know you're someone.
That is when you get noticed.
That's when you get noticed, and that's the flex of having these types of number plates. Now, Mohammed Azhar Sajan didn't pay for a number 5 number plate. He paid 15,000 dirhams so long ago, and now it's actually said it's worth 90,000. So Azhar Sajan of the Danube Group, of course, he bought the 2786 number plate. Now, fast forward 10 years, and it's over 6 times the price.
I'd say like move over gold and crypto in Dubai. License plates are some of the major investment portfolios here. Because here's the thing, many, like we already mentioned, you might be familiar with it. So you could pull up in a very humble Nissan Sunny, but if your plate says number 1 or 10, you get instant road respect.
So true.
Yeah. Meanwhile, but if you're in a Bugatti down Sheikh Zayed Road, you're just another Bugatti at the road without a proper number plate.
Yeah, people might even check to see if it's a rental. Dubai has always had a serious love for unique number plates and the region as well, and the prices reflect it. So some of the rarest plates like P7 or AA9 and DD5, they can actually go up to 55 million dirham.
Yes, millions. But it's not just about flexing as well. Proceeds from many of these auctions, they go toward major philanthropic initiatives. So we're talking about campaigns like the 1 Billion Meals Endowment and the Fathers Endowment initiatives. So the plates aren't just all flashy. They're also funding meaningful causes here in Dubai.
That's a really good point, because how do you buy a number plate in Dubai? I'm sure there's markets and things, but the RTA also hosts pretty regular number plate auctions, and the proceeds of those auctions go to charity.
Yes.
So it's an investment for some person. Charities make it like it's a win-win for everyone who's got the money to be involved in this story. I just wonder, would you think it's an investment? Is this a flex? Would you appreciate a low number plate as a gift?
Yes, I would. Because I know how much it's worth. So I think it's a really smart investment here in Dubai. It's a very, very smart investment. Of course, it ends up being a flex regardless. But it's an investment, and I've often, so we have this thing where when me and my best friend, we are on the road, we see a rare, like not even a rare number plate, like something with very low digits. We immediately, so we've got this app, I don't even remember the name, but we check how much it's worth. And we immediately start calculating what all we could have possibly gotten out of that money. So we keep doing that often. And I know there's like millions going around in Dubai in terms of just the number plates. And it's very cool to watch, actually.
It is a really interesting one. And I think it's interesting to see how the investment has grown for one person, because I think if you're not in the market, you're not really aware of how significant those ups could be. Also, I didn't realize like 2786 would be a significant number.
I think it's just because of the 4-digit thing. I don't know.
Is 4 digits interesting?
Yeah, it's 4 digits, and also I think Yeah, I think actually even your number could go for a certain market value regardless. I think we need to check up all of those.
Yeah, 97. Are you allowed to say your number plates? It's okay.
And I don't.
Don't? Okay. Well, I have a 5-digit number plate. It's for sale. It's 20,000 dirham if anyone wants to buy it. But it's fine. That is the Lovin Dubai show. Thank you, Lakshmi, for joining us.
Thank you.
And it brings us to the end. If you enjoy the show, you'll also find us on podcasts wherever you get your podcasts from. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye. Thank you.